What's going on, YouTube gang? It's Melo DFS coming to you live and direct, here to give you my favorite plays for today. We have a 6-game main slate. Today is the 22nd of February. Hope everybody's having a great Monday. Feel free to like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Press that bell icon to always stay notified for new videos. Let's go to our point guard spot, and which guy I like here? John Wall. Now he's 8,500 on FanDuel, 8K on DraftKings. Knowing that we have Cousins out now, this guy gets that bumping usage. We got to see how they're going to use this front court here. But of course, John Wall will get that bumping usage. He's already averaging around 35.8 fantasy points a game. He's had 44, 50, 38 in the last 3 games. Also, the great pace is 101.6 to 101.9 in pace. So a good spot for John Wall for cash if you want to look for a cash play. Now, if I want to go for a GPP play, a guy I do want to consider here for GPP, Kendrick Nunn at 5,600 on FanDuel, 57 on DraftKings. All right, we got to look into the status if Harrell's going to play. Dragic is still out, so this guy, good spot here against OKC, where they have their own issues they're dealing with their team. We have news that Al Horford is out too, so Kendrick Nunn could be in a great spot. It's also a great pace for them as they're 98.8 to 101.2 in pace. He did have a 46 last go around, 25-22 in the last 3, but could be low owned as well. As you can see, he's already projected 3% ownership. All right, let's go to our next spot, going to our shooting guard play. Now, going to shooting guards, if you want to pay up, of course, LaVine here, 9,800 on FanDuel, 95 on DraftKings, a 44.6 projection play. He's averaging around 44.2 fantasy points a game, 31% in usage. Going against Houston should be a great game for him. 52, 43 in the last 2 games against Houston. Like I said, it's a fast-paced game all around in this play here. So cash spot, Zach LaVine's in a great play for today. Another spot you also consider is Devin Booker at 7,700 on FanDuel. He is up there in price at 8,200 on DraftKings, but nonetheless, he has been torching Portland in his past 3 games. As you can see, 46, 47, 49 in the 2019 season. So love the spot here if you want to pivot down to Devin Booker to find some savings here. He's projected to get around 31% in usage a game. I like the spot here. Of course, the high-end ownership will be Eric Gordon, especially with the depleted team here. I like this spot more so on FanDuel. All he needs is that 25 point here, so he should definitely get that 25 floor. Hopefully give you that 35 plus in this spot against Chicago. All right, let's go to our next spot, going to our small forwards. Now, going to the small forwards, of course, you're going to pay up. We do have LeBron James at 10,400 on FanDuel and DraftKings. Knowing that Schroeder is still out here, he gets that usage. So going against Washington, the fast-paced game for the Lakers here is at 99.4 to Washington's 103.3 in pace. So LeBron James, of course, you're going to have to carry this team without AD and Schroeder. He will be high in ownership. You're already looking at a 55% in projected ownership. So you want to look at cash. LeBron James is that guy for today. Now, if I want to pivot down for some plays here, I want to look at David Nwaba. All right, he's one of those guys that I love to play, especially with a depleted Houston team. He does get that usage. So 5,100 on FanDuel is a great play, especially on DraftKings at 4,600. This guy could blow up. He has done great for me before. So as you can see in the last 3, 22, 26, 21 in the last 3 against Chicago, and that's without getting that much minutes. So if you get the minutes here, he could give you that 25 floor, but we know we can do. He had that 43 last go around in the past 2 games. So love this play for Nwaba, especially with the depleted Houston team. So like the spot for small forwards if you want to pay down. All right, let's go to our next play, going to our power forwards. All right, going to a power forward spot to consider, I do like Jay Crowder. All right, he's 4,600 on FanDuel, 5K on DraftKings, and I like him coming from the bench actually. He's done well coming from the bench. In the past 4 games, he had a 34 twice. He had a 31, but when he started last game, he had an 18 fantasy point game. But I like him come from the bench. He did, as you can see, he does have a ceiling play against Portland previously. He did have a 44 fantasy point game against them. So Jay Crowder, like this play here if you want to pay down. 4,600 on FanDuel, 5K on DraftKings. Overall, just a great spot. Another play I do like is Darius Bailey. All right, he's 5,800 on FanDuel, 56 on DraftKings. All right, like I said, without Al Horford, does open up usage. So this guy is one of those plays that you could definitely take in consideration. Will be low owned because of his duds lately. He had a 17 and a 14 in the last 2 games, but as you can see in the last 2 games against Miami, when he gets the minutes, 36, 43 in the last 2 games. So something to consider with Bailey without Horford in the mix, and helps his uses out. So I like Bailey in the spot if especially for low ownership for GPPs. All right, let's go to our last play. Going to our center position. All right, now centers, of course, you got our top dog will Gobert. He will more likely be higher ownership, and Ayton. But you're looking for some pivots here. You got Kelly Olynyk here going against OKC. Like I said, without Orford, should help out in his front court getting those rebounds. Only 4,400 on FanDuel, 45 on DraftKings. Averaging around 23 fantasy points a game. But love this play for him for Olynyk. As you can see, he does show some good floor plays and some upside. He had 28, 14, 21, 33, 32 in the last 5 against OKC. He did come off that 16, but he did have a 35 fantasy point game showing 2 games ago. So something to consider with Olynyk here. As you could be a pivot from the chalk on the center position for your lines for today. Another spot you can also consider is Montrezl Harrell. As you can see, without AD in the mix, he does get some more minutes and show some upside. He had a 37 fantasy point game last go around, and Lakers having a fast-paced game against Washington could be in consideration for him. He does show some upside against them. He had 28, 47, 36, and a 26 in the last 4 against Washington. So get him for 6,200 on FanDuel, but if you want to pay down on DraftKings, 5,800. All right, so that's a great price tag on DraftKings. So those are my plays for today. Y'all like the plays, give a thumbs up. Any questions or concerns, comment below. Use the Draft Dashboard tool so you want access to my player pool. Click the link in the description. It's $1 up to 30 days. Once you sign up, get access to the NBA cheat sheet, your sleepers, and your studs. Click on the watch players. You get access to my player pool up top for watch Mel DFS picks, either DraftKings or FanDuel. You can also use the lineup optimizer to generate quality lineups for either GPP or cash lines. So just press that tab for either GPP or cash for either FanDuel or DraftKings. So I love y'all, man. Y'all collect that bag. It's Mel DFS, and y'all stay blessed. And I see y'all in the next video.